Call of Duty 1 is a first-person shooter game that was released in 2003. The game is set during World War II and follows three characters from different Allied armies: an American paratrooper, a British commando, and a Soviet Red Army soldier. The campaign comprises of 24 missions divided into 3 campaigns, with 8 missions each. The first campaign, American campaign, begins with the invasion of Normandy, where the player must navigate through enemy lines to reach a gun battery, destroy tanks, and avoid snipers. The campaign then progresses to missions in Africa and Italy. The second campaign, British campaign, begins with the Battle of El Alamein, where the player must lead a charge against German forces. The campaign then heads to Norway and concludes in Germany. The third campaign, Soviet campaign, starts with Stalingrad, where the player must fight to defend the city, including sniper-infested ruins, over and frozen waterways. The campaign then heads to the Kursk battlefields and concludes with the final push towards the Reichstag building in Berlin, where the player takes down the last stronghold of the German army. The game features both single-player and multiplayer modes, and each mission is designed to provide a unique experience to the player. The game's difficulty level increases with each mission, which makes the game more challenging and exciting. Overall, the campaign of Call of Duty 1 provides an immersive and thrilling experience of the challenges faced by soldiers during World War II. Call of Duty 2 is a first-person shooter game that was released in 2005. The game's campaign takes place during World War II and follows the journey of soldiers from the American, British, and Soviet armies. The campaign is divided into 3 different campaigns, with each one focusing on a different army. The American campaign begins on the beaches of Normandy on D-Day, as the player assumes the role of Corporal Bill Taylor. The campaign then progresses through various missions, including the Battle of Saintla and the Operation Cobra, eventually culminating in the capture of the German city of Aachen. The British campaign follows Sergeant John Davis and his squad as they fight in North Africa and Italy. The campaign includes missions such as the Battle of El Alamein and the liberation of Tobruk. The Soviet campaign follows the Red Army's fight against the German army on the Eastern Front. The player assumes the role of Private Vasily Ivanovich Kislov, who fights in the Battle of Stalingrad and the Battle of Moscow. Throughout the campaign, the player engages in infantry and vehicular combat, including tank battles and anti-aircraft gunnery. The game features realistic physics, weather effects, and destructible environments that help to immerse players in the game's virtual world. Call of Duty 2's campaign also features extensive cutscenes and scripted events that help to enhance the game's storytelling. The game received critical acclaim for its single-player campaign and helped to establish the Call of Duty franchise as a major player in the first-person shooter genre. Call of Duty 3 is a first-person shooter game set during World War II. The game features a single-player campaign that takes players through various missions in different parts of Europe. The campaign mode has a total of 14 missions, and each one presents a unique objective. The game starts with an introduction to the soldiers of the British, American, Canadian, and Polish armies, who will all play a role in the game's story. The first few missions have players participating in the Normandy landings, where the goal is to secure control of the beach and establish a bridgehead. As the campaign progresses, players are tasked with various objectives, such as escorting a tank through the streets of France, defending a bridge, and taking out enemy artillery. Throughout the campaign, players will encounter a variety of enemies, including German soldiers, tanks, and even planes. One of the most notable features of the campaign is the ability to switch between different soldiers during missions. This feature allows players to experience the campaign from different perspectives and adds a layer of depth to the storytelling. Overall, Call of Duty 3's campaign mode is an intense and thrilling experience that takes players through some of the most significant moments of the Second World War. Which of these Call of Duty campaigns were your favorite? Let me know, and like for part 2 for the rest of Call of Duty campaigns.